Hi, friends. My name's host Eric, and I'm here to say welcome to Talking with Famous People today. As I was about to go live, I was shown a good morning, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. I was shown a post by Jordan B. Peterson titled, "Is Betrayal Reconcilable?" And I was pleased to see that Jordan B. Peterson had the correct position on the matter. No, it's not. People like to think there's some less definitive answer to that question, but there isn't. And the answer is straightforward. Is it reconcilable? No. You can't get over infidelity, you know? Revenge is not reconciliation, but with that. Revenge is something else. Oh, there we go. All right, so I was going to title this actually Stormwatch Action Squad. Yeah, well, I'm not really that much of an early riser. Tonight's not a good sleeping night, I guess. Yeah, you can't fix a relationship in which betrayal has occurred. Jordan Peterson says something kind of interesting about it, which is sometimes a relationship can sounds like the English translation of some SS unit. Well, it's really storming up a storm outside tonight, you know. Good morning, Rachel. She's not gone to bed yet. I was asleep for I got about 3 hours of sleep or so before waking up. But what he said that was interesting was the only instances where the relationship can be salvaged is if the person who cheats the other person doesn't know. I enjoyed your videos regarding the wacko fake ENTP lady. You know who I'm talking about, I'm sure. It could be you could be talking about Melissa Talks. Could be talking about Brittany. Probably one of those two. Ah, yes. She was quite a piece of work. I guess she's ended her channel. ENTP. Is that what Treebeard leaves in puddles in Isengard? Maybe. I think that's called, it's very similar. It's called ENTP. Yeah, I think she quit. First, she freaked out when I typed ENTP. I see. Okay. I get it now. No, Sage. I didn't have a 40-minute stream 1 hour ago. Yeah, well, first she freaked out when I typed police her. I guess she like extra freaked out when Jack from Socionics said, "You're not an ENTP." And then she threatened to sue both him and me, apparently, before making a little bit of sense. No, I definitely did not Hunter's Locomotives. I was asleep an hour ago. The last dream I had was the cinnamon roll stream, I believe, which was yesterday during the day. I'm going to concede right out the gate here. I probably am not going to have a super long stream in me. I do plan to go back to sleep at some point. Again, Hunter's Locomotives. I am not bragging. Well, I don't know what you think I'm bragging about, but I really don't know. But yeah, I don't think that a relationship can survive betrayal. I know one that has, but they're both absolutely miserable. I mean, she's BPD, he's miserable. He's broken at this point. So, you know. There's a good reason why in the olden days they had the Scarlet Letter, adulterer. I don't think it depends on why they betrayed. If it's infidelity, I mean, I just don't believe there's any coming back from that. It's just Spark. Greetings. Oklahoma, huh? You know, I've got some bad memories of Oklahoma. That's where I got arrested by Hunter's Locomotives. Why did I start YouTube? What if it was just a tip? Say it doesn't matter. JB. Ah, the delicious flavor of coffee. Well, I'm glad to hear you went, Isaiah Rude. You got to keep going every single day for quite a while. I went to a shit ton of meetings the first 6 months of sobriety. I went to multiple a day, you know. JB, I'll give you a tip of my hat for realizing your inappropriate joke. Isaiah now has the wisdom to know the difference. Well, it's tough to stay sober. It's tough to, it's tough to make a real decision that lets you stay sober indefinitely. But it is also the case that you probably won't drink any day that you go to a meeting, you know? You're not sooner. Oh, me? Oh, yeah, I'm sober. I'm stone cold sober. Look, I'm AA sober, all right? Just because AA no longer considers AA sober doesn't mean that they're right about it. I do appreciate your comment, though, Boba Fett. Look, for people for whom alcohol is the problem, you know? Yeah. Well, and if, you just don't drink between meetings and then keep going to meetings, and all of a sudden you'll have a fair amount of time under your belt, you know? Hardest thing about getting over addictions is not giving up entirely when you mess up in minor ways. Well, from my experience, if you're quitting drinking, there are no minor mess ups. It's either all or nothing. That's why I had to quit, right? if I could, if I could have messed up in minor ways, I wouldn't have had to quit drinking. Alcohol is a sloppy drug, you know? It's a super sloppy drug. Yeah, well, you gotta build up the SI. I'm not sure. Different people quit in different ways, obviously. People of all different types end up with alcohol problems. And they all seem capable of utilizing AA to stop drinking. So it's kind of hard to be very determined about exactly what it takes to quit drinking. For a lot of people, the alcohol, it seems like, was linked to feeling stuff. Like a way of medicating bad feelings or something. That wasn't the case for me ever. Alright, here we are on Stormwatch Action Squad. can hear the rain, you can see the rain. And it is more or less as promised tonight. We are getting a steady amount of heavy rain. Of course, I've got my shorts on. Yeah, embarrassing yourself badly enough can be the cause of that. It's not that cold tonight. I've actually got shorts on right now. It's like regular rain, not heavy rain. Well, maybe if I showed it over here, it would look more like heavy rain. Oh my god, it is so much colder over here than it is over there. It's pretty heavy. It's not like buckets. Windy out too. What's the perfect? That's the perfect steady rain that I like. Not too light, not too strong. It's just right. It's Goldilocks rain. I suppose it's possible that Rachel screamed an hour ago. I don't think so, though. I think I probably would have heard that. Well, this is one of those kind of storms that prior to burying the power lines, we definitely would have had a power outage. But now they buried the power lines. We seem pretty power outage resistant, which is nice. Why are my legs so itchy? I guess they're just not used to wearing shorts. Oh, what a loud meow. Okay, all right. Jeez. Okay, I'm coming. Yes, you're the king of loud meows. Yes, you are. Captain Loud Meows here is one of the reasons why I didn't sleep that well last night. He really likes to put himself next to me in a bad spot whenever I'm sleeping. Like, if he's gonna sleep with me, he needs to sleep up on my head so that he's not constantly in the way of my legs. But he doesn't sleep up on my head. He likes to, when I bend my knees a little bit, lie on my side, he likes to get in the crook of my knees. Which, of course, then prevents me from rolling over the other way. Oh, yes, what an important gentleman. You have the importance of 1,000 gentlemen. So, anyway, Jordan Peterson, kudos to you. You are correct. It is true that relationships marred by betrayal cannot be saved. Oh, important man. You just got to grow up. Yeah. What is serious business? Are you done? Yes, you're done? No, you need to eat more. You had some very demanding meows, didn't you? Why is he eating off a plate? It's a paper plate. Seems like the easiest thing to feed him off of, I guess. Thanks, Queen Elizabeth, for visiting us beyond the grave. I appreciate it. Do you think we can do a little prayer for my dog Bronco? He died yesterday. Not to be rude to cats, I love cats. Dear God, this prayer is for Bronco. May you rest in peace. I'm sorry to hear your dog died. One of the more traumatic experiences of my life actually was the death of my dog. I sure did love that dog. So I don't know. This is going to be a very long live stream. I see. Bingleton Coochie Smith says, "Hello, Grandpa. Hello, grandson. I think I'm about to cry right now." Well, I'd be crying too if my dog died. You know, I had a little dog, Lacey. I loved her so much. She and I were sewn together at the hip. Say my username 5 times and something magical will happen. I'm a little scared of magic, though, Bingleton Coochie Smith. No doubt if you continue to say things and I refer to you, I will reach a total of 5. I don't know if you're required to say it 5 times in immediate succession or not. Heart Salmon Kitty Heart. Hi. Very nice to see you. So, obviously, not the most active time in the world regarding live streaming. Stop rizzing up Casio, Grandpa. You're not the Rizzler. Well, yeah, sure, very sad time. Not quite as sad maybe as Bingleton Coochie Smith's failure to understand what Riz looks like. Because I guess because he's a skibbity bombaclat. You know, Bingleton Coochie Smith can't help being a skibbity bombaclat. So we should all try to remember that. It's not his fault. He's not alone. There was this sign in town. There's this house that puts up a sign all the time. It's frequently changing their sign. You're telling that to me, Isaiah? Gosh. Yeah, I mean, um, the sign said, poor dachshunds, they get play turn red by MDOTR. It says Big Bombaclat. Really? I'll have to check it out. I do typically appreciate music recommendations. Yeah, I try to listen to only and all the best music. And that means obviously I have to listen to a lot of new music, which I check out a lot of new music on YouTube. Okay, I will. Well, I will give thee the following wisdom, young man. Just turning 21. Same wisdom I give everybody of that age, which is anybody who asks me that question, which is try to avoid making any big mistakes. or any big life decisions in general. Try to avoid things that are permanent, unless they're productivity arcs. If you've got some clear plan where you want to start a business or make some or whatever, that's fine. But other kind of big decisions, avoid those. All right, I will listen to it now and see what I think about it. I'm gonna have to mute this so I don't get copyrighted. It's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I'm surprised that it's better than I expected it to be. Um, the beats kind of iffy, but I like what the guy's doing over it quite a bit, actually. I haven't listened to it yet, but I will, Isaiah. I did play it. I can't turn the volume up because if I listen to it with the volume on, I'll get copyrighted. When you randomly sing, your rhythm reminds me of the Clash's song rhythms. Well, I'm erring on the side of caution, all right? I listened to it, but I muted on this end, so. The thing about copyright is you just don't know. It depends too much on who you're dealing with. Some people don't really care about it, in which case you're fine. Some people care a lot about it, in which case you could be fucked. So since I don't know, I err on the side of caution. Unless I'm playing my own music, I try not to play copyrighted stuff. It's like I didn't even play any of Michelle Shock's song, but I still got a copyright strike for linking to one of her songs on Internet Archive. So that's how fussy some people can be. Now, granted, I don't have that strike anymore, but I just got off warning. I was on warning for bullying C.S. Joseph. Now that's not a copyright thing, but regardless, for years I was on warning, and I don't know exactly how much getting off of warning has linked to my increased amount of activity around the channel, but it wouldn't surprise me if it has something to do with it. Along with vertical streaming, which means sometimes the streams will get on the shorts feed. I've definitely seen a improvement in the numbers lately, and it's kind of nice, you know. It makes me feel like I'm doing this for some reason. I'm starting to get more subs. I mean, one thing I'm looking forward to is that I will end up getting to 10,000 subs. I'm starting to be that. I'm working my way towards that, Bengleton Coochie Smith. Um, what was I saying? I don't know. Who cares? Really, what am I doing right here? I'm killing time in the middle of the night. Why am I killing time in the middle of the night? What am I waiting for? Let's tell the truth. What am I waiting for? Well, in the morning, like at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., one of those two times, I would go get Adderall from the pharmacy. Knowing that I've got that coming in the morning, which always makes me feel pretty excited. Yeah, I should get 10K subs before too long. Trouble. Um, I get excited, anticipatory about getting amphetamines when I've not had them for a little while, you know. Isaiah Root, I'm pulling one as well. Why don't we just exchange bong rips? Yes, you can bring up biblical points around here. People are welcome to be as Christian as they want. Because you know what I am? A Christian. I might not quote the Bible or talk about it a lot, but Christianity ultimately proved pivotal in my quitting drinking. It doesn't necessarily for everybody who quits drinking. I'm not sure if everybody who quits drinking uh, utilizes the whole God component, but it was necessary for me. So, you know, I have a lot of respect for faith. I have had to, or else I would be dead by now. I'd be dead from being too drunk. Instead of being drunk, I get to have this wonderful life in the woods. I'm not sure why I get to have this wonderful life. I'm quite sure I don't deserve it. But it's nice. It took me a long time after the death of my parents and moving here to remember how to be happy. But I really feel like I've gotten there now. Like I'm being happy again. when I get up, I'm excited to do whatever it is I'm going to do, be it live stream or watch cartoons or whatever. At the moment, I'm feeling a little impatient slash fieny, you know, ready for some means. That's my short term for amphetamines. The fact that God put the death penalty in adultery suggests even he thinks cheating, and by extension other forms of betrayal potentially, are not reconcilable. You should get a t-shirt that says, "I'm a YouTube bully." That would be a funny shirt. I don't want to be a YouTube bully, that's the thing. Wow, now it's really coming down. It's very windy too. I worry about high winds around here because we've got a lot of trees. Let me get my coffee. Boy, it is really Stormwatch Action Squad right now. Brr. Very windy. Even underneath this now, I'm getting hit by drops of water. With these high winds, despite the buried power lines out to where we are, I'd actually be surprised if we don't have a power outage. Okay, that's enough outside time. Because it is Goldilocks and the three birds outside. Rain and soil smell nice. And that smell has a name. It's petrichor. You know, I'm curious about something I heard about it last night but didn't Google. Is I think it's called cryptic soil or cryptid soil. It's some kind of thing that you're not supposed to walk on when you go hiking because it's like this special kind of thing. Yeah, I know. You get to talk in AA. That's the critical element. You'll probably have plenty to say for a while about the subject, you know? I had a blog when I quit drinking too. I wrote about stuff when I wasn't in meetings on it. Ever heard Norm Macdonald's set on AA? I have heard his bit on alcoholism not being a disease, which is fine. I don't think it's a disease either. I think it's a behavioral problem linked to how you react to certain drugs. So, like for me, I think of it as alcohol makes me make poor decisions about alcohol. Free next, are you a little different than free next? I'm sure it is very funny. There's plenty of things that are funny about AA. I mean, I don't go to AA anymore, but I did for, a long time, and I needed to for a long time. You got banned from your other account? I'm sorry to hear that. I'll have to check out the AA set. Mystery 083, hello. Nice to see you again as well. You're up early. It's 3 in the morning. It's raining heavily outside. There's high winds. And yet, we are comfy cozy in here. And most impressively, they're selling shirts. I'll buy one. YouTube bully is a great idea for a shirt, but the thing is, it's expressly what I don't want to be. Yeah, it is gonna take support for people like that. Yeah, it definitely reinforces itself. It's like what Homer Simpson once said: alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. It's not raining where mystery's at, nor are there any high winds. Using those two clues, solve the mystery of where Mystery 083 is at. I'm actually not a porn star, but hello to you, Extreme Boy 12. I'm just a porn character actor. Instead of being a porn star, I'm a porn character actor. Mystery 083 is in Tucson. Wow, you solved the mystery so well. And you say you're no sage, but I'm beginning to doubt that. bug over there that Trouble's got an eye on. Porn character actor shirts. Good Miss Piggy reference there, Isaiah. Thank you. Hey, nobody ever claims to be a porn character actor, right? People are either porn stars or they're nothing, I guess. You know, I'm the guy who comes in mid-scene and provides some story, like, hey, you guys want me to get you any Chinese food while I'm out? And then they're like, no, just go away. That's my job in the porn movie. To provide a little backstory. How to let go of female attraction means how to become celibate. I guess it means how to be celibate without wanting to hump. Oh yeah, I'm a chef. That thin crust pizza came out not as great as I wanted, but pretty good. However, yesterday I did an excellent job of making cinnamon rolls. I might even have one of these delicious cinnamon rolls right now, or shortly enough anyway. So how to let go of female attraction? Does that mean like how to make females not be attracted to you? What's gas station weed like? I don't know. Critical mistake. You forgot about gay people. Oh, so, well, if you're a male who's letting go of female attraction in order to become gay, I mean, why would you need to let go of female attraction? Like, it's not something you're holding on to. Oh, I'm clinging to the idea that chicks are hot. It's not a position you hold and affirm or negate. It's a state of being, right? Meow. What do you want, Mr. Meows? You don't want to ejaculate your semen? Well, why not? Because you want to have prostate problems? Is that your goal? Ever since I was a little boy, I've dreamed of having prostate problems. It seems like a silly position to sustain. Why purposefully incur prostate problems? Well, it's raining. It's a raining like Strain is gaming. Here. You can look that way. It'll be exciting for you. Because over there, Once I turn on that light, you're just going to see darkness. I guess I could turn on that light. I don't know if that bothers Rachel or not. Desire is a good thing when you desire good things. Right. You know, good things like humping. Definitely not good shorts weather. I should have considered that before I dressed myself here. As you can see, I'm wearing shorts. This one time at band camp, meow. Yes, you're full of meows and wonder. We can all agree on that. I don't really want to watch you eat again right now. It's pseudoscience time. It's mocksh time. What's mocksh time? Is it the time in which we mock stuff? Free Palestine. All right, fine. I'll let them go. Palestine, get out of here. You're good to go. It was chess camp. India landed on the moon. Good job, India. Way to land on the moon. I am living from Iran. Are you living from Iran or are you living in Iran? Well, just keep that burqa buttoned up and I'm sure you'll be fine. It's Nirvana time. You know, I gotta say, I think Nirvana's a little overrated. The whole grunge thing just hasn't aged that well. Although certainly they're the pinnacle of the medium, I guess you could say. I thought this was an Islamic stream. This is a health tube stream, okay? Very much. Yes, living from Iran, very good. I'm not good English. Oh, that's fine. Can I do burpees naked? I don't even know what burpees are. And no, I can't do anything naked, but you get to look at me wearing my immodesty pants today. These are short pants I've got on. Normally you have to visit my OnlyFans channel to see that. So, there you go, Mark Wahlberg. Back when Mark Wahlberg was Marky Mark, he used to kick in before the bam, but you to mix in the Bacardi dark and you to six in the party fart. You know that song? Burpees are the same as squat thrusts. Well, I want to do neither squats nor thrusts. So, one time I did push-ups on stream. I got to like 12, I believe. 12 push-ups. And I said, do I think that Marky Mark is a handsome lad? I don't really have an opinion about it. I thought he was pretty good in the other guys, which I enjoyed. He started that alongside Will Ferrell, comedian Will Ferrell. Except you jump when you do burpees. Well, that just sounds like extra needless exercise. Let's exclude those from the morning's regimen, shall we? No, Mark Wahlberg, I'm not doing anything naked. I can't do handstands even with my clothes on. So, obviously, Will Ferrell is one of those secretly evil Hollywood people. Really? I've not heard any bad things about him. Maybe you're right, though. It's the first bad thing I've heard about him is right now. Well, yeah, sure. Those would be cheating, Boba Fett. Those are cheater push-ups. That's why I don't do them that way. Well, obviously, my Johnson is Stronk with a K. You bet I get all the guys. Well, I probably could, but I'm actually on my third marriage to a woman. Not the same woman. Each of them was to a different woman. Well, gotta watch out for that woman. She will break you, I'm sure. Back when Mark Wahlberg was Marky Mark, this is how we make the party start. We used to mix in with Bacardi Dark, and when it sets in, you could hardly talk. From your experience, why did you get a prenup? I didn't need a prenup in either of my previous relationships. I didn't get taken to the cleaners or whatever. But that's me. Vig Vive. Life is good. I'm not bragging. Again, Hunter's Locomotives. I don't know how you define that term, but I'm not. What do you do day to day? Not a whole hell of a lot. Can I do StreamYard, please? No, thank you. Yeah, what do I do day to day? I do a lot of live streaming. On this upcoming Monday, which is today, but it's now 3 in the morning. When it gets to be more daytime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the pharmacy and get my Adderall, and that'll be pretty exciting. So I'll probably have a lot more streaming in store for you after that. I tend to be highly motivated to stream when I'm amphetamine out. Seem wise and stoned. What is the purpose of life from your view? Well, purpose of life. The question is asked either what's the purpose of life or what's the meaning of life. I guess they're kind of asking the same question. If there's an answer to that question, it would imply a purposer, right? If there's a teleology or a utility to why we exist, then that teleology has to come from someplace else. So, the short answer is I don't know what the purpose of life is. Nobody else does either. But that everybody has a choice to view their life as purposed or not. Hi, Nahul Castro. How are you? Good to see you. I've got a sentence for you, Nahul Castro. Hay demasiado chupacabras en este pueblo. I mean, you can listen to Johnny's lyrics. He says, life doesn't have a meaning, it's inherently a gift. Find something in the life doesn't have a meaning, it's inherently a gift. Find acceptance in absurdity in the meaninglessness. That's what Johnny says about it. But I don't think he's right. I mean, I see that as a choice, you know. There are too many. That means there's too many chupacabras in this town. I wouldn't say that George Carlin was a dumbass, but I would say that he was insufferable. The literal purpose of life is to procreate. Well, that's not the purpose of your life, though, necessarily, right? That might be the purpose of life, like, you know, biological organisms in general, but it doesn't comprise the purpose of any individual's life. I typed Johnny as INFJ. What are the top 3 most important things to value and live by? Well, each individual's values is going to be determined somewhat by their attentional matrix. So, what that means is, you know, for some people, it's authentically more valued in the world that, say, kindness is more valued. For others, fairness is more valued. And yeah, it's not a duty. I agree with Sage there. The point is, whether or not I think fairness or kindness is the higher duty is going to depend on my personality type. I think the highest value is Well, look, it boils down to this. Argumentationally, it is necessarily the case that the highest value is justice and the highest virtue is forgiveness. Because forgiveness is the only virtue that can possibly trump justice. Justice is the highest value because it's the only value for which you can't have too much of it. Water, dirt, and puss, in that order. Those are your needs. You need dirt. I wonder why you need dirt so much. Is it still raining? I think it stopped. I mean, ultimately, if you're going to try to universalize some goal or outcome that could serve as, it could be universalized as a purpose, it would be something beyond indulgence, right? It would involve this idea of fulfillment. Some kind of deep satisfaction as a person, right? So perhaps I would say the highest universal value is justice. The highest universal virtue is forgiveness. And the only universalizable subjectivity is fulfillment. Those would be the three things to uphold. Justice, forgiveness, and fulfillment, which covers a whole broad range of subjectivities. I guess it is still raining after all. I'm not going to be up for a whole bunch longer. This is like being up in the middle of the night, live streaming, even though I'm not on any amphetamines, it's inherently like a super tweaky thing to be doing. You know, I never smoke nearly as much of anything as I do when I'm streaming. Except maybe long drives, I'll smoke a lot. But as a consequence, it feels like a kind of unhealthy activity, really. Especially when it's like right now, I don't even have anything to say, I'm just killing time. But I do feel like I got a poop coming on. That's the healthiest thing about streaming right there. It does tend to make me poop. Oh yeah, there's definitely a poop coming on. I believe my poops are my children. Let them out and make them flush away. Okay. Let's do it. Let's go to the bathroom. Let's visit the bathroom. Let's explore just how much wonder we can experience in the bathroom. Trouble, I'll watch you eat again after I poop, okay? We're conquering all the different seas over here. Yeah, we are. Well, you're going to have to wait, mister, until after I'm done pooping. So, like, what comprises fulfillment? Well, for me, there has to be some element of progress on some projects, long or short term. So, like, right now, live streaming's more satisfying to me, more fulfilling than it used to be, because I'm actually making progress. I've started gaining subs again. I was stuck at like 8,200 for, I don't know, like a solid year. So there's definitely an element of goal achievement, though I hate to acknowledge it because I'm not a fan of goals. But there's definitely a component of achievement that's a necessary part of fulfillment, I think. Why are my legs so itchy? Oh, well, I guess it's where I had my socks on. You know, if you wear socks for too long, if it's been cold, I keep them on all day. Like I wear flip-flops, so socks are kind of clutch when it comes to keeping my feet warm. You know, it messes with the hairs on your leg. Pushes them in ways that are itchy. This poop's not even ready yet. Let's just stop lying to ourselves. This poop's about as ready as the Oakland A's are to move to Las Vegas. Rachel informed me that she read that they had just entered negotiations to extend their lease of the Oakland Coliseum, where last year we went to see an A's game one night that literally had fewer than 3,000 people attending it. 2,000 and something was the attendance, so the official attendance for that game. That's how much Oakland is in love with going to A's games now that they said they're leaving. You know, nobody wants to go to see the worst team in baseball when you know they're leaving your town. So though I'm sure the A's would love to be ready to go to Oakland, because they're the A's, their stadium in Las Vegas is not even close to being completed. Okay, all right. Okay. I will watch you eat again. You know, I used to find a fair amount of fulfillment in my career as a debate coach. It's pretty fulfilling winning debate tournaments, you know. But I've been out of that biz for like 5 or 6 years now. So I've got to have other kinds of, I don't know, career goals or what have you. Rachel and I are going into the vacation rental business, so to speak, which basically means we're going to be cleaning ladies. But it's a good thing for us to do. It's a good way to turn capital into income. Plus, I suspect the property will appreciate as well. Yes, I'm still here. I'm still watching you eat, just like you want me to. Because you're so full of meows. When you meow so angrily at me if I don't obey you right away. You're kind of a bully in that regard. You're bullying me with your meows. Well, I think this rose is done. I think this rose can go in the trash now. Are you done? Not quite. What a pain in the butt this cat is. Yeah, he does own me. He's the boss around here. It's Trouble's world. We all just live on it. I guess I better get him more food. He's running low. He doesn't like his plate to have any fewer than 50 nuggets of cat food on it. Or else, well, I'll start getting yelled at. You can be sure of it. Like, how much more could you possibly eat? You ate an hour ago a full meal. You can't eat a full meal every hour. You'll die of too much food. He just sheds so much hair too. Get it all over me. It's horrible. Give him catnip? He doesn't want catnip. He just wants to be controlling. That's his drug of choice. Yeah, he does have an addiction issue. Speaking of betrayals, Matt 1820, where two or more gather in my name, there I will be in the midst of them, has now been limited down to 3. It's 2 or more. Everybody knows that. They say that even in AA. Where 2 or more gather. Bro, WTH, give him catnip. Right now he's giving me a hard stare saying it's time to go back to bed. Now it's 3, huh? That's ridiculous. Well, yeah, I have some Bibles in the garage. Where one normally keeps Bibles. Yeah. In case you need to do any work on something with the Bible, then you got it in the garage. All right, everyone. I'm going back to bed. It is now 3:30. I've been up for an hour and a half. I did a pretty good job of live streaming so that I could just kill a little bit of time and hopefully make myself sleepy. So, good night, everybody. Sleep well and don't let the bed bugs bite. And remember, where 2 or more gather in my name, then all kinds of crazy stuff happens.